Welcome back to my channel. If you crave stories packed with tension, betrayal, revenge, and raw emotion, you're exactly where you need to be. Today's story will stay with you long after it ends. So grab your popcorn, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive into the fire. I walked into the glass tower of Rotham and Steel Corp feeling like I'd finally made it. After 6 years in cybersecurity consulting and helping startups scale safely, I had finally accepted a full-time position, head of digital risk management. But from the moment I stepped in, things felt off. The receptionist barely made eye contact, my badge didn't scan, and I had to wait 40 minutes for someone from HR to escort me in. When I got to the top floor, my onboarding meeting wasn't a warm welcome, it was a firing. CEO Grant Rotham, young, smug, and dressed like a walking Wall Street cliché, didn't even offer me a seat. "Sorry, Sarah. After reviewing your file, we've decided you're not a cultural fit. Effective immediately." I blinked. "This is my first day." He smirked. "Exactly. We're going in a different direction." No explanation. No apology, no notice. I was being dismissed before I even saw my desk. But what Grant didn't know? I was one of Rotham and Steele's silent equity partners. 6 months ago, one of Grant's co-founders, now long gone, had sold me a 17% stake in the company to cover a personal debt. That transaction was legal, documented, and silent, exactly how I wanted it. I joined the company under a different name. Sarah Nolan was my mother's maiden name. My investment had been under Sarah Novak, my legal name. They never connected the dots. I had requested an internal role to observe quietly, gauge operations, and see if I wanted to invest more. I never expected to be disrespected and discarded like trash. But that firing? It wasn't a loss. It was permission. I walked out that door with a small smile, already planning what I'd do next. Over the next 30 days, I worked with two of the board's most powerful investors. Both had been growing skeptical of Grant's reckless leadership, lavish spending, ignored data breaches, hush money, and compliance violations piling up. They wanted change. I held the key. At the quarterly board meeting, Grant walked in all confidence. He was about to present another inflated growth report. But this meeting had a different agenda. When he finished his pitch, the chairman stood. "Revenge isn't loud. It's silent, calculated, and permanent. There's been a change in voting structure today," he said. "Ms. Novak has called for an executive review vote." Grant's face twisted. "Who the hell is Sarah Novak?" I stood up from the corner seat. "I'm Sarah Novak," I said calmly. "You fired me on my first day here. But I'm also the company's second largest shareholder." Silence. He paled. "I've reviewed your actions," I continued, "and under Section 7(4) of our bylaws, I'm formally submitting a vote to remove you as acting CEO for breach of fiduciary duty." One by one, the board members cast their votes. The two who trusted me? With me. The chairman? With me. Two more? Hesitant, but sided with the majority. Final count 5-2 in favor of Grant's removal. He exploded. "You can't do this." "I own this company." I stared at him. "You did. Until your own arrogance gave me everything I needed to take it back." 2 weeks later, I walked into Rotham and Steele again, but not as a new employee. As the new interim CEO, everyone who ignored me that day suddenly stood to greet me. The HR manager who signed my firing let go. The receptionist apologized. Grant, gone under internal investigation. What started as a humiliating moment turned into poetic justice. Thank you for watching. Subscribe.